Just given the current circumstances, it's a very good idea just to make sure that the farm is prepared should something happen, would say that somebody in the household or the farmer himself contracts COVID-19. We think it's a very important time just to make sure that there's a contingency plan in place to make sure that everything on the farm will stay running smoothly. One key thing to our area that might pose a bit of a difficulty is going to be the milking parlour. The problem with modern milking parlours is that the control systems on them are very different, not only across the different makes of machines, but even within particular makes you'll find that there can be very different control systems on the farm. So if somebody is coming in, maybe a neighbour or maybe even a few neighbours, sharing out the work, it's very important that they're going to be able to work the machine easily and quickly, so they'll be able to pick up and control the machine. So one of the key things to achieving that is actually having a standard operating procedure in place. So this is literally a list of key items, I suppose starting with maybe just useful numbers, which would be say the local dealer or technician. They'll be able to talk somebody through the operation of the machine, or the other thing is just making sure that you have procedures in place how to deal with cows that have mastitis, or when they're milked, what way you mark them, so somebody can identify which animals are not going into the tank, and maybe having a whiteboard up, making sure that it's up to date as well. But on the actual machine itself, if you have just an actual procedure, which is literally a list taking somebody through step by step on how to turn on the machine, get it set up for milking, what controls operate, what items, having the switches clearly labelled inside in the parlour. In order to assist with this, we have contacted the manufacturers, and they've generously given us instruction documents on their various controls, and we've created a website online where these documents are now all pulled together. So if you want to go to that website, and we'll put the link in below, it will give you a good starting point for the controls. You go in there, find your make of machine, and then underneath that, then the companies have provided us with some of the basic controls systems that they have on the market and how to operate those. So go in there, download those documents, and then modify those documents further then, so that you have a complete operating procedure for your farm put in place. Again, another thing that might be a good idea is to get maybe a family member just to come in with a camera and follow you around as you set up the parlour for milking, or set up the parlour for washing again in the evening. It'll only take an extra 5 or 10 minutes. Do it nice and slowly. Just make sure that your hands can be clearly seen, and that people will be able to follow what you're doing. Do the same for the milk tank. So for setting up the milk tank for cooling, setting up the milk tank for washing. Other areas around the farm, such as calf feeding, again, it's a good idea to have a list in place of what each group is getting, how often they're being fed, and the same with other groups around the farm. And there may even be other areas around the farm where you think an operating procedure, or just a list basically of how to carry out the task, or how you carry out the tasks normally on the farm, is a good idea given the current circumstances.